Well, it's noon here in Bethesda, Maryland, and apparently we're celebrating somebody's birthday. And with news that you can use from YAA with your hosts Zach and Ray. And I understand it could be my birthday.
Happy 71st birthday, Pops. How
Thank
do you feel being 71 years old?
I feel like I'm about 12.
You feel about 12?
Yeah.
You look about 12. You look good.
Yeah, well, I'm trying. You know, the product that I put in my hair really helps.
Yeah, please, let's do a quick plug for the product that you use in your hair. For those of you who listen to just the podcast, please know my dad has about 7 hairs.
Yeah, but the 7 hairs really love what do I use?
The goop,
the go-to glue, or I don't know, got to go, or I don't know, but it works good.
It really does.
Super hold.
So we've got a couple things that'll come up later in the show. We've got a birthday present that was sent to my dad months ago from someone in the YA community. So we're going to open that. There's another gift off camera right here that we're going to open later on as well. But Pops,
yes,
let's kick today's show off with a few kind of, I don't know, I'll say bigger news stories that came out in automotive news.
Bigger than my birthday.
I hate to say it, Pops.
I don't think any of this would have been bigger news to my parents than.
Very true.
Yes.
Very true.
Yes. Yeah.
God, God bless.
Whatever.
Yeah. Ford to pay U.S. states $19.2 million over false advertising claims. Not dealers.
No.
Ford
Motor Company.
What's going on here? The Iowa Attorney General was one who brought this to light. Dad, what happened here?
Well, they're C-Max vehicles and C-Max hybrid vehicles. They grossly overstated the mileage that those vehicles get and the payload capacity. And they manipulated the vehicle so that it would have a higher payload capacity than it really had, so that they could falsely claim it had a higher payload capacity than its competitors. But hey, all's fair in love and business.
All right, so there you go. The cost of doing business, evidently, if you are Ford.
Yes, and I believe this had to do with their C-Max vehicles from 2011 to 2014 or something like that.
Yeah, it very well may have. Yeah, I changed to Carvana just because the other one was giving me a bit of a.
Okay, not a problem, buddy. Yeah.
So it has to deal with vehicles that were produced a while ago. It took a heck of a long time for this to actually come to fruition, like you were just saying here, Pops. It says in the Automotive News article, 2013, 2014 C-Max hybrids, 2011 and 2014 Super Duty pickups. Ford lowered the advertised fuel economy ratings on its C-Max hybrid by up to 7 miles per gallon and sent checks to owners of $550 to make up the difference in fuel costs.
A whole $550. So they sent everybody $550, and now on top of that, they're going to pay $19.1 million.
Now, there's also, if I'm not mistaken, it's this article here.
Yes.
Today, Stellantis reached a plea deal with in the U.S. emissions probe.
Oh, wow.
This one only cost them $300 million.
Nothing. It's not. It's just, and they'll pass that on to whoever buys Chrysler next.
Yeah. So, okay, I got a hypothesis here, Deb.
Yeah.
We talk a lot on this show, and we talk a lot in general about how car dealerships, they take advantage of consumers.
Yeah.
There's this theory and this concept in leadership that it starts at the top. Like culture is kind of set by the CEO or whomever, right?
Yeah, I buy that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if the OEMs are at the top here,
yeah.
And maybe they set a bit of the culture at the dealership level. Not all of it, because the owner of the dealership does, the CEO of the dealership does. OEMs don't look so hot in all of this, do they?
Well, I guess the dealers know that the OEMs are culpable of doing all kinds of things that they shouldn't do, and that they've been fined any number of times for it, and that they know that when, like, the OEMs talk about CSI, customer satisfaction indexes and things of that nature, well, that they don't really mean it, because every opportunity they have to do the right thing, they usually choose to do the wrong things. The business decisions are made based on profit and not what's the right thing to do. And so, like, this $19 million fine is nothing. It's a drop in the bucket. The $300 million fine for Stellantis, God knows how that's supposed to be carried out. It's not going to be, hey, we're going to write one big check for $300 million. Maybe it's $10 million for 30 years, or maybe it's $50 million, whatever it is. But
cost of doing business.
It's just a cost of doing business. And when you as publicly traded companies, when you have a fiduciary responsibility to produce profits for your investors, then profits become the driving force, and how the customer is treated or how you are perceived is irrelevant to the profit.
Or the rules that you break. Honestly,
Yes.
It's kind of timely that I put Carvana as our background, because Carvana breaks rules left and right. They just got their license suspended, dealer license in Illinois suspended.
They all break laws left and right.
We did the interview with Jeff Weinsteer down in in Miami, Florida.
Fort Lauderdale.
He did the investigative reporting into the lease vehicles when you try to buy your lease out with all the fees that can't. Like, capitalism's great, greed is bad.
Capitalism's great until, well, it's not. Okay, and rules and regulations are great until, well, they're not really enforced.
Yeah.
Okay, and so if profit is the only driving force in a business, then it's going to lead leaders of that business to make decisions that they know are wrong.
Yeah.
Because it'll get them higher profits, as opposed to, I have often said that apparently doing the right thing is very hard, because very few people, when they have the opportunity to do the right thing, actually do it. Who knew doing the right thing was so hard?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Pops, you're getting lots of birthday wishes here. Mike and Space, and let me keep going. Steven, and it's left and right, Pops. There's so many people here.
Well, thank you, everybody.
Wishing you a happy birthday.
There was a time when I was happy to have 3 or 4 people wish me a happy birthday. But it's just it's a wonderful feeling to know that there's
Melissa sent my dad this birthday present last year. It's sitting right here. Give me 1 second.
Yes, it is. And it's a special edition. Yes, absolutely. It's we've made a lot of friends over the last 2 years.
Big time.
We've also pissed off a few people along the way.
Sorry.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Only because it's your birthday will I make that joke.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it's okay. It's just wonderful that we've been able to have the impact that we've had with people and for people, and doing the right thing, and trying to live the motto that we talk about all the time.
And I think the reason we have made friends from this, Dad, is because we answer questions like this for free. This is what we do.
For free? Okay.
Michael says, would this coming Monday be a great time to buy, since it's Memorial Day and a lot of dealerships are stating low APR till June 1st? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, would it? Yeah, I suppose if you absolutely positively need a car, and as we all know, I didn't absolutely positively need a car, but I got a new car. So if there are manufacturer subvented interest rates that are available that you can take advantage of between now and June 1st, and there's actually a vehicle at the dealership,
that's the tricky piece,
okay, that you can buy and take delivery of to take advantage of those special interest rates, and it's a vehicle that you desperately want or need, then by all means do it. I mean, are they going to save you a few bucks because it's Memorial Day? Perhaps not, but if the cheap interest rate makes up for it.
Yeah, 100%, Dad, 100%. Now, we had a comment that came through in the chat. Are you guys recording outside in a rainstorm? No, I am just a moron.
Yeah. His green shirt works as a green screen. Yeah.
Mistakes have been made. Now we've got here from Tellin, Dad. GM Financial has told dealers to stop charging fees. Did they send a memo, is my question, on lease buyouts? So things are happening. What's your stance on comments like these? I think
that's great. But if nobody at the state level is enforcing it, it doesn't matter. GM Financial can tell the dealers to stop charging fees. It doesn't mean the dealers are going to listen and stop charging fees. The dealers are upset because typically they would have gotten these lease returns and they would have turned them into solid used car inventory, and they would have been able to make money on it. And so Now the customers are buying their lease returns, and the dealers are jealous, and they want to figure out a way to still be able to make some type of profit.
Yep.
So they are coming up, especially in Florida, they are coming up with all these illegitimate fees. Car must be certified, must be this, must be that. If you want to buy it, it's got to. And if nobody is holding the dealers accountable, and GM Financial won't,
no.
If nobody's holding the dealers accountable, then they're just going to keep doing it. Now, all we can do is try and bring as much, shed as much light and awareness on the subject as we possibly can, and encourage those everywhere who see things like this or who have had it happen to them to contact their state attorney general's office and file a complaint. I said it when we interviewed Jeff Weinseer, that if the attorney general in Florida gets 1 or 2 complaints a week, he or she is not going to pay any attention to it. But if suddenly they're getting 400 or 500 complaints a week, at a certain point, they have to respond to it. So it has become incumbent upon us in the public to hold our elected officials accountable between election cycles.
Yeah.
Okay. There's one way to really hold them accountable if you want to, and that's to vote them out of office. But that doesn't happen every week.
Yeah.
So between the time they get elected and the time they're up for re-election, we have to, as citizens, hold them accountable by filing complaints, being on social media, doing whatever we can to raise awareness so that they're forced to actually try and, I don't know, do their jobs.
Yeah, 100%. I love that we get to do what we do, and I love that you're able to help kind of like be the champion for that. Now, let's switch gears. Yesterday we weren't able to talk, Dad, at all about the Black Book data. It did come out. So let's just take a quick peek over the data, because I think what's happening here, Dad, is we're still seeing used car prices appreciate on the wholesale.
Used car wholesale prices are still appreciating. Used car retail prices are still flat. But the wholesale values that the dealers have to pay for these things are still appreciating. And not necessarily at an insignificant amount compared to what the averages were prior to COVID.
Yeah, pre-COVID. This week, we would have seen a 0.16% decline in used car prices on the wholesale market. They've actually increased 0.2 of a point, which might not seem like big numbers. You got to remember, used car prices have appreciated well over 50%. So any more appreciation, it's just each week that there's more appreciation becomes more and more mind-boggling. Because it's like, how high can you go?
We're about to find out, apparently.
And it seems like, and we talked about this a bit yesterday, slowdown in consumer demand. You mentioned Ship was, one of your friends who still works in the industry. They're seeing a slowdown in used car sales. But we're still seeing Toyota news headlines yesterday cutting down supply. So it's interesting to see. Everything with the exception of premium sports cars increased in price last week at the wholesale auctions. Compact vans just flying up, man.
Yep.
What declined here? Full-size SUVs declined. Compact luxury SUVs declined. Full-size luxury crossovers SUVs. So maybe more of the gas guzzlers are actually appreciating less. Let's take a quick peek. One of my favorite parts to look at. I'm coming. Model year 2022 vehicles are popping back up in lane. Hopefully, this is an indicator that OEMs are getting ready to launch more of their 2023 models. Rental companies continue to be active both as sellers of high-mileage vehicles and as extremely competitive buyers. This gives me pause. Sellers of high-mileage vehicles.
Yeah, why would they sell them?
They gotta be jumped.
Yeah, I mean, because most of,
legitimately, let's dive in it. If I am Hertz and I am paying hand over fist to get any vehicles I can to meet consumer demand, why would I sell anything I have right now?
Well, especially if you're Hertz and you have retail outlets for your retired or retiring rental car fleet. And so if they're taking these high mileage vehicles and taking them to auction as opposed to putting them on their own retail lots, that tells you everything you need to know about that car, that there's nothing but problems associated with that vehicle. And that's why they don't want to keep it for their own retail facility. So yeah, that's a scary thought.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Let's go back, continue reading this, and then go back to the chat. After some weeks of less participation, rental companies have really stepped up their bidding in the last week. It seems like OEMs are leaning towards closed sales lately. Can you explain what that is?
A closed sale would mean that only dealers of that brand would be able to go in and actually bid on these vehicles. So there are open auctions, dealer auctions, and closed dealer auctions. And oftentimes many of the captive lenders will have closed sales, so that they can make sure that their dealer body is the ones
Gets
that
first
get
dibs, yeah.
first crack at them.
And that's exactly what's happening here.
Yes.
Large independent dealers are still looking to the auction lanes as a method of sourcing inventory. Newer used vehicles, 0 to 2 years old, continue to be coveted, especially with a low mileage and high CR. And a high CR. And a high. What does CR mean? Gotta give me some context here. Black Book. As a replacement for new vehicle inventory, but the high mileage older models may be starting to slow down after many weeks of increased interest.
Well, that's a good thing, because junk should never be appreciating.
The estimated average weekly sales rate remains at 73% this week. This is the highest estimated average since October of 2021.
Wow.
Okay, that means what percentage of vehicles that make it to the auction actually sell? And so you can see historically, like when the pandemic started, it dropped to 15% one week. So no one was buying cars at the wholesale auctions. We're back up.
Which the 15% of the dealers that bought cars, they're the ones that made a ton.
But what we're seeing here, Dad, is more cars that are making it to the auction are selling.
Yes.
Probably not because of their quality, but because simply we need inventory. So we're still seeing that. I wonder. Here we go. Condition rating. Thank you, Skylar.
Yes.
CR equals center of gravity. No, I'm not sure. I think we're going to go with condition report. Yeah,
Yes.
Thank you. Probably if chips any indicator, we're going to start to see that decline. Why would the sales rate be so high if on the retail front they're having less demand?
Yes.
All right, 2 other news stories, and then I want to open some gifts.
Okay.
Well, I want to watch you open some gifts.
That too.
We had this story, Dad, come from Hyundai. They've been hampered by recalls left and right. Hyundai, Kia. Hyundai to recall 281,000 North American vehicles over exploding seatbelt pretensioner.
Yes.
3 injury reports, covers 2019 to 2020 Accents.
Accent.
Accent is the Subaru.
Yeah.
2021 to 2023 Elantras, and 2021 to 2022 Elantra hybrid vehicles. Disappointing news to hear.
Yeah, and I think it's probably being blown a little bit out of proportion. You're talking about nearly 300,000 vehicles. I don't know how many incidences there's been, but there's been 2 to 3 injuries. But obviously, it's something that needs to be looked into.
Yeah, 100%. Then the other story I wanted to bring up was this one, Dad. Hackers hit General Motors customer accounts, some personal data access. This is not a huge story yet. It's 5,000 people, not trivial for those 5,000 people. Passwords weren't breached, no social security numbers or things like that. I think this is the beginning of the future. This is the baseline for what is to come. You're going to have more and more headlines as cars get connected. All the cars have apps now and everything. They're going to be great targets for people who want to leverage them for profit, for nefarious things.
Yeah. I mean, I can't wait till they put spyware on there. That somebody, ransomware in your car. Hey, if you'd like it to start, you're going to need to pay us X, and we'll let you start your car.
You remember when you would download like Norton onto your computer and Avast onto your computer and things like that?
Yeah. It's.
I hope we don't get to that place with our cars, but it seems somewhat inevitable.
I am sure there will be some cybersecurity laws in place, and laws and regulations in place regarding this. But like everything else, if nobody is there to actually oversee that it's being handled, then it won't really matter.
I want to do a quick mention, Pops. Because of the Memorial Day holiday, we're offering another YAA promotion, 20% discount. Just use the code HONOR. So if you become a YAA premium member, use the code HONOR, save 20%. Thank you to everyone who has served. Obviously, it's kind of a shame that we leverage such a meaningful holiday as a reason to do a promotion. But
to honor those who made
that's
the ultimate sacrifice to fight on behalf of our country.
Okay, Pops. Let's switch gears. Let's open this present.
Okay.
This came. Let me see. Mike Mallinger sent this to you.
Okay.
This was sent back in March. Mike reached out to me on the community forum.
Apparently, Mike didn't think I'd make it to my birthday.
He just wanted to be early, I guess. We have no clue what this is. Obviously, it's in a package. Please let us know if you like unboxing content in the chat so that we can know if this should be a
daily occurrence.
Or if you like ASMR, the noise of my dad opening a package.
You got scissors or something? Jeez. It's wrapped good, I'll tell you that, folks. I can't get it out of the damn FedEx package. But it's wrapped good.
Don't hurt yourself.
I didn't yet.
All right, here. I'll move the computer. You come over here. Come this way.
Poppy from Stig's.
Come closer. Come close. Ah, from Stig's.
Yeah.
Stig's. Very kind. To Car Poppy.
Open the card.
Open the card?
Yeah, sure.
It's a nice card. It feels heavy. Feel how heavy it is.
No, this is heavy. Oh, wow. Oh, wait. That's my former boss, it looks like. Oh, my. Thank you, Stiggs. Oh, my former boss.
Show the camera.
My Penske's Maestro. Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a nice looking book.
It really is. Yeah. Oh, wow. And if I may, Roger Penske is a hell of a nice man.
Is he?
Yeah, really is. Absolutely.
Do you want to share a Roger story after you read your card?
Happy. Do what makes you happy today and keep doing it all year long. Thank you so much, Stiggs. That is really, really special. Thank you. Well, I'll read this later. It's rather long.
That's so kind.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Igor in the chat saying, Zach, don't forget to give Ray his $100 I paid on Saturday live stream for his birthday so he can get whatever he wants. We're going out to dinner tonight.
We are going out to dinner tonight.
Taking Pops out to dinner tonight. That was very kind. And then you got another present right here. Let's see what's in there.
It's a bottle.
It's a bottle.
It's a bottle of Maldana Bella Chianti, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go, to add to your wine collection that we all know you do not drink.
Yes, but we'll make it a point to crack that one open when we go to one of our bring your own bottle places. Yeah. Maybe we'll do the red room.
Maybe we'll do the red room.
Yeah, we'll do it with some red Chianti. Yeah.
That was such a thoughtful gift.
Yes, thank you, Stiggs. Thank you very much.
All right, come back to topic for a second here, Pops.
Okay.
All right. I've got an interesting one from the community forum that I thought we could take a peek at. Let me zoom out here. Zoom out. Let me share my screen. Mickey posted this on the community forum. I know I have to pay MSRP, but are there any extras I can take off? I love when we see examples of this. So this is a Toyota.
Yes.
A Tundra 4x4 limited crew max. We're about to see if there are extras that you can take off. Who is the distributor? Gulf States Toyota Inc.
Yes.
See that up there?
Yeah.
So what does that tell you immediately off the bat?
Well, it tells me it didn't come directly from Toyota Motors, Toyota USA, so that as one of the two independent distributors, they can
look. And let's just break this down. And I know it might be small on the screen. That says manufacturer's suggested retail price, $51,900.
Yes.
Gulf States Toyota Inc. Distributor suggested retail price.
Yeah,
$57,490.
Yes.
Explain this to me, Pops. Explain to me how in any freaking world the distributor can just add to the Monroney label, to the window sticker, to a federally mandated thing. They just decided, you know what?
We want to add like $6,000.
The price is now this.
Yeah.
The manufacturer says the price is this.
Yes.
We say the price is this.
Yes.
And then the dealership's going above and beyond, and they're adding even more.
Well,
they're adding another $1,695 for windshield repair, dent and ding. The price is up to $60,000, Dad.
Yeah.
What is your message to people like Mickey who are out looking at these things? What's your message to Toyota? This is a perfect example of how, in my opinion, Toyota screwed up. But this is that's $9,000 more. $9,000 more just to buy a car right now.
Don't buy the car. You know, I've said it before. You vote with your wallet. Okay. You walk. It's like, why should you pay extra because Gulf States Toyota decided it should be extra? Okay, when you can go to a different state where they don't necessarily get their cars from Gulf State Toyota and get it at what Toyota's suggested retail price is, not an inflated suggested retail price. So you have to know what's going on. You have to look very closely at things, and you have to be prepared to walk and not reward those who are trying to take advantage of you. I used to, when I would run into situations with customers where a competitor would flat out lie to get the customer in the door. And I would share all the information to prove that it was a lie.
Yeah.
But they would have to go to find out for
it's
themselves. It's
impossible to trust you. Yeah, yes. I get it.
And so I would say to the customer, now, when you get there and it turns out that everything I told you was the truth and that they lied to get you there, you now have a moral dilemma. And that moral dilemma is, do you reward those who lied to you with your business, or do you reward those who were trying to be honest and upfront with you? My hope would be that you're going to reward those of us who were trying to be honest. If you don't, then hey, I can live with it. I'll sleep well tonight because I didn't have to lie to you to get you here.
Yeah. Scary thing with the Gulf State stuff, they're not lying.
No.
They're not lying. They're doing what they do.
Yeah.
Which is adding $6,000 to the MSRP because why? They can.
Because they can.
Scary to think that that's like the reality. And then as consumers, what choices do we have?
Yes.
Like, yeah, well, we got to go to other states. We got to go to other states.
You either go to other states or you go to other brands.
Other brands. Yeah. Honestly, there should be a bit of a backlash against Toyota. Yeah. Heck, because all the lease buyout stuff, there should be backlash against all the captive leasing companies. Anyway. All right. Pops.
Yes.
What kind of cake have you eaten today?
I had a bagel with cream cheese.
There's another surprise for you after the stream.
Oh my God.
I think there's cake.
Oh my God.
I think there's chocolate cake that's bourbon infused.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get excited for that.
Yeah.
Gregory says, happy birthday, Ray. My gift to you. I am going to buy a Jeep Grand Cherokee L well below MSRP.
Well, congratulations, Gregory. And I'm glad that you're able to do that. You are.
And Jeep is a great brand to buy under MSRP right now.
Yes. You are taking advantage of what is out there so that you can leverage that to find a better deal than you could on some other vehicles.
Absolutely. Chris has a question, Pops. How much should I pay for a used Honda Civic hatchback? Can I show you something that I'm proud of that we've built?
My answer would be as little as they're willing to take. But you know that is such an overly open question.
But let's start to talk a little bit about how you get an answer to it, and then this will lead me to one other thing. So, do you mind moving that wine bottle? Let's just get it, it looks like it's on our website, and I don't want to promote,
Yeah, I don't want to promote them. Who the hell are they?
Okay, so Pops.
Madonna Bella.
First thing I want to do, we said use 2016 Honda Civic, I think.
Yeah.
Going to the car search. Yeah, was it a hatchback? I don't know if it was a hatchback.
Well, I don't know. There's a few Honda Civic models. So
true. So the first thing that I'm going to be thinking about is, what do the iBuy people pay for it? So like, what do the Carvanas of the world pay for a 2016 hatchback? So that'd be one thing I'm doing. And then I'd want to look at what are comparable 2016 Honda Civics actually selling for.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing that I could do is I could actually come to a vehicle. I'm just going to grab the VIN really quick. And I'm going to go to our selling page. So this one's got 61,000 miles on it, and we are in Oklahoma. I'm going to the iBuys.
Yeah.
Let me put in my email. You don't have to put your phone number. That's my phone number. I don't want this vehicle's data updated monthly. See, here you go. This is what our algorithm thinks the market value is for that Honda Civic, $19,173. We could go back and we could take a peek at what it's actually selling for. This is one of the first places I'm looking.
Okay.
Then I'm going to the iBuys.
Yes.
And I'm saying, okay, how much do they pay for a comparable vehicle? And honestly, you don't even know that this happened. You're going to love this. I want to give a huge shout out to Justice on our team. If you become why use the honor discount code and become a member today?
Okay.
Because of this, what I'm about to show you. But I need you to like vamp for a second.
Oh, okay. So anyway, I believe my son, God bless him, is taking me to dinner tonight.
There it is. You're doing a great job. I'm almost ready.
Yeah, I think we're going to the little steak place around the corner from me that I hear is very good. I've never eaten there.
All right, we're ready.
Called medium rare.
So what Justice does
Yes.
for every single person that he gets paired up with that's looking to trade in a car, sell a car, he creates one of these worksheets, Dad. What's the retail book value? What's the dealer price that they're asking for? What's the cash offer from everyone else? What's the average asking price? Here are all the comparable vehicles in the area. Here are all the offers. Here's like, create this, Chris, and that'll answer your question. What is a fair price to pay for that Honda Civic? Or join YA. Let us help you out.
Yeah.
These are kind of like the steps and things that you could use, but I'm proud of
Justice does that?
For every person he gets paired up with.
God bless you, Justice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is phenomenal. That's terrific. But yeah, we don't add any value. What's that say?
Justice Elbow Coffee release. Yeah, Justice does an incredible job.
Yeah.
So there you go, Chris. I hope that answers your question. Pops.
Yeah.
The other thing that I want to mention is we put a really thoughtful collage of your photos on our Instagram today. So if you're not following us at Your Advocate Alliance, please do. Let's just go through them really quick. Trip down memory lane.
Yeah, that was in Vegas.
That was in Vegas. That was in the Smoky Mountains?
Yes, when we were driving to Vegas from here.
Beautiful photo. I love that one.
Yes.
That was a photo shoot. The only photo shoot we've ever done together.
Yes. Professionally done.
Professionally done, yeah.
Yes.
It was going well.
Yeah, you can tell.
That was your daughter's wedding.
Also known as your sister.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You look great.
Yeah. Well,
big smile, man.
Well, who wouldn't be?
Yeah. Big smile.
Yeah.
That was when you retired.
Yeah. That you didn't allow that to last long. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Those balloons say happy retirement.
Yeah. Yeah, that was when you pushed your hair up.
I did.
Yeah.
This was Pacific Coast Highway. We went out to California right after Mom passed, which was very sad. But we went to a football game. You, me, and Dara. We went to saw the Arizona Cardinals against the San Francisco 49ers.
And we sat in the first row, literally the first row in the end zone.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
Got to meet Laura Oakman.
Yes.
And you took this awesome photo.
Yeah, it was a
Pacific
great trip.
Coast Highway. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the trip that the day before we left, after I had paid for airfare, Airbnb, and football tickets, that your sister calls me and says, "Hey, would you be upset if I told you I really don't want to go? And I don't want to go. I'm not going." I go, "No, why would I be upset? How can I possibly be upset?"
She went on the trip,
and we
had a great time.
Yes.
Now, Pops, do you remember where this photo was taken?
You know, I really don't.
This was at I'm blanking too. You look good though.
Well, thank you. Where was it?
I don't remember.
This was when we moved from our second Airbnb to our third
Airbnb in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Yeah, I like your face in that one.
Yes.
And then that is you.
Yeah, I didn't know whether I should caress it or eat it. Just judging by how I'm looking at it and holding it.
Russ
it was
and
like I was
in
almost
Brooklyn,
cradling
or
it.
in New York.
Yeah.
And that was just the other day, Pops,
yes.
with your new Mini.
Yes. Yes, indeed. That was our prom photo.
Our prom photo.
Yeah.
All right, Dad. Happy 71st. Thank you for all that you do for us, for the community. Thank you for being happy and healthy and still being around.
Well, thank you for putting up with me.
Forever grateful that we get to do this together.
Absolutely.
We will be back tomorrow
with more news and nonsense that you can use from YAA at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific.
Yeah. Thanks, Pops. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. And thank you for all the well wishes and happy birthday greetings.